Again, this week we're going to talk about how to study the weekly Torah portion. And this week's Torah portion is Tazria-Metzora. It's a double portion. When you begin studying the weekly Torah portion, don't try to understand everything at once. Okay, we're going to cover this each week so that everyone that's new can understand this. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection. Torah study is all about connection. So start with the big picture. So each week's parashah is read by the Jewish community. It's all over the world. So just begin with a short summary so you'll understand the overall story. Again, this is why we post the weekly readings on Hebrew Perspectives Facebook page, and we do the aliyah or the reading for each day. Then just read a small section of the text itself, even just a few verses. Just kind of soak it in. If you can learn a few Hebrew words, that's great, but pick a good English translation. Again, get yourself a Chumash. Go to Art Scroll and get a Chumash. If you have questions about this, message me. I can give you a link and help you. I should put a link in the description. Let's sort of do that going forward. All right. So then you just take the time to ask some few simple questions when you're studying. What's happening? Who is speaking? Why does this matter? These are questions: the who, what, when, where, how, why, those kind of things. So then next, take that idea with you. Don't take a whole lot of ideas. Just concentrate on one thing. You'll get better as it goes along. It might just be a lesson about God. It might just be a lesson about people. It might be a lesson on how to live. That's where we all need some help, right? So because Torah is meant to shape life, not just to fill your mind. Um, if possible, add an additional commentary. Again, in the Chumash, on the bottom rows, there are commentaries from different rabbis. Rashi is a very common one. Will help you deepen your understanding of what's going on, but keep it simple and stay focused. And then finally, bring it into your life. Ask yourself, what is it that I can do differently today because of what I've learned? Now, again, Torah study becomes complete when it leads to action, even if it's in just a small way. So let's dig in. Tazria-Metzora is a double portion. Again, if you've been with us, and again, if you're new, the reason why it's a double portion is because to help out even out the calendar. Tazria-Metzora is from Leviticus 12 through Leviticus 15. It introduces, um, for those of you that are new, it's the Torah's deep concern with holiness in everyday life, especially through the lens of tumah, the word for ritual impurity, and taharah, which is ritual impurity. So Tazria begins with the laws surrounding childbirth, reminding us that even life's most joyful moments are accompanied by a need for spiritual recalibration. You have to reset, something has happened, here we go. It then turns to what is known as tzara'at. Tzara'at is a condition often translated in the Bible as leprosy, but it's actually understood by the sages to be a physical manifestation of a spiritual imbalance. So, in other words, if you are gossiping or something like that, you talking, slandering somebody else, it will appear on your skin. Um, it first appears in your home, but stick with us when we talk about this in Torah study. We dig deeper into it, or you can go into past Torah studies on this channel and look for it. Now, then, so you see that it's rather than just treating a medical issue, as some would like to put it as, the kohen, the priest, he's at the center of this. He is teaching us that our physical state is connected with our spiritual condition. They're intertwined, and that restoration requires awareness. We need to, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. And that brings about humility and is guiding us. It's for our guidance. Now, the second half of it, Metzora, it continues this theme by outlining the process of purification for one who is afflicted with tzara'at, with the skin condition, right? It's emphasizing that the separation is not the end of the story. It's a return and integration. It shows you that you can always come back. All right. It's not a stick a fork in you, you're done. You're impure for the rest of it. It doesn't work that way. Gets into the mikvah, things like that. It expands on the concept to include even our homes. showing that holiness extends beyond the individual into one's environment. Now, the portion concludes with laws having to do with bodily emissions, reinforcing that natural human processes also intersect with spiritual awareness. Now, for those of you, again, for those of you who are new, these parashot highlight that joining the covenant is not only about belief or identity, but about entering a rhythm of life where even the most physical aspects of existence are elevated through mindfulness, discipline, and continual return to holiness. Stay with us this week, and we've got lots to come. Thank you for watching.